Hi everyone, it's Michelle Powell back again, and I have a wonderful interview again for you this week for December, their beauty theme focus. And I have today Jennifer Tegnerud. She is a stylist, but she's also an image consultant that focuses on accessorizing. So welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you for having me.
Yay, thanks for being here.
No problem.
So let's just start off, jump in on what beauty means. Like, what does beauty mean to you?
Well, I mean, we could go back to what our moms probably taught us, which beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I don't think you really realize that until you get older, that you can be a beautiful person on the outside, but you really have to be a beautiful person on the inside. And there's so much to beauty, and I don't want it to sound like it's all about being superficial, because it's 1,000% not why I do what I do. So should I just tell you like why I got into it, how I got started?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I was growing up, I had a very fashion forward mother. Well, I wouldn't say fashion forward like on trends, but she always dressed really nice, always put together, makeup done, nails done, everything, you know. So I grew up with that, which was funny because I was a total tomboy and all I was allowed to wear was mascara in high school, which I'll probably tell my daughters too, but we'll see. So I was very much a tomboy. I played a lot of sports, and, you know, being tall, I'm 5'11", and a thicker body, you know, size extra large, 14, 16, and proud of it. But growing up, being the tallest, biggest girl was hard, and having a mother who told me I needed to lose weight all the time was also very mentally exhausting. Mm-hmm. And so I went through high school, you know, thinking I was too tall and too big, although I was really good at sports and I had really great grades. And, you know, I just kind of plowed through it. And in college, I worked at Nordstrom, actually, just holidays, summers, breaks, whenever I was home. And I still was kind of lost in the fashion world, like in my early 20s. The funny thing is, in college, is the girls in my sorority were always like, and they reminded me of this, you know, years later, that Jen, you were the one who was cutting everyone's hair and doing our makeup and helping us get dressed and da, 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 da. And I was like, oh, okay. So I guess I was picking things up when I worked at Nordstrom, but, you know, having been raised by a father who was like, you need to go get a corporate job where you make lots of money because money is happiness, which I absolutely don't agree with now. I had it in my head, this doesn't matter. This isn't what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I need to go get that corporate job. So I did go back and work at Nordstrom when I graduated college in 2000 at the Stanford Mall here. And I got into my industry, my real job, if you want to call it that, selling laboratory equipment, which is kind of funny because I was a marketing party major. I didn't go to chemistry. I didn't have biology, but I was selling cell culture equipment, pipetters, vials, laboratory scales to weigh stuff in microns. I mean, just totally not me. And after about 8 years and a real wake-up call to life, I decided, you know what, I need to do what I love. And one of my good friends from high school was like, Jen, you're always cleaning our closets out, and you're always helping me find clothes to wear. So why don't you go back to Nordstrom's and become a personal shopper? And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll try it. And it took me a couple months there, but then I realized that I was really good at building relationships with customers and getting repeat clients while I was at Nordstrom's, and that I really enjoyed learning about what made them tick, what they got dressed for, who they were. And the worst part, the saddest part, was how I saw how many women shopped out of complete boredom and unhappiness. And we're in every week buying and returning. And, you know, so it's funny because it's beauty, you know, getting dressed, putting your makeup on, accessorizing. This all helps you feel good on a superficial level. But what I really loved about it was, you know, trying to get the clients and the relationships built when they would continue to shop with me, to help build them up from the inside. And so anyway, so I worked at Nordstrom's for a couple of years as a personal shopper. And then I actually left Nordstrom's and did it on my own. It was called Jennifer's Personal Styling. And I was so happy doing what I loved that I got married. And then I had I was doing that, and I freelanced for Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. So I have been trained in doing makeup, and so I actually took that training, and I would do weddings, wedding and event makeup, and I can style people's hair. I don't have a cosmetology degree, but I can curl it and pin it if that's what you want. So I combined all of that to really help women, like give them like the full look. And then I had my 2 daughters, and I thought I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I obviously couldn't sit still. So right after my second daughter was born, I signed up to be a Stella Dot stylist, another direct marketing company. But you know what? We have such a great attitude and mission that it's been my godsend, and I'm so happy working and representing this line and the women who do it. And so, yeah. So I guess, what's the question? Like,
well, I want to know more about that. So what do you do now to help women cultivate beauty as a stylist?
Well, so I come to people's homes, and I set up my, mobile shop and have like a VIP experience. And so, you as hostess invite your girlfriends over. And I like to say, leave your jewelry at home, but feel free to bring an outfit that maybe, you want to wear to a Christmas party or on a date or whatever it is that's coming up in your life. And let's accessorize it. Let's, help you feel the best you can feel. So I do that. And I don't talk about it as much, but I do closet audits. It's kind of like a little bit of organizing, but definitely going through every single piece in your closet. And we have I do 3 piles. The why did you buy this? We're donating it pile. It doesn't even, no, it's a no. We can alter it. It'll fit you better if we alter it. And then let's keep this and work from that pile. So I have done that. And it's emotionally draining because women really cling to their clothing and makeup and their rituals to give them a sense of self. So to come in and kind of throw that, up, it's an upheaval for them. While it feels great to purge, as being an organizer, when you get into items in their closet that are, I'm saving this because I wore it to prom and one day I want to fit in it again. I don't know, stuff like that. That has an emotional tie. Mm-hmm. It's really hard for people to let go of that. And sometimes that's what they need. So it can be an emotionally draining process, but it's a cleansing, and it only helps you kind of step forward out of maybe whatever rut in your life you're going through. So, you can try new things and maybe even just that will help your thoughts start to change in a way. Mm-hmm. So I feel that like doing what I do, I'm not only building relationships, I'm super honest. Like if something doesn't look good on you or it's not in your budget, I don't force people or push on them to buy stuff that's not right for their life. Right. So I like to really get to know my clients and be their friend, and help them feel amazing, because life is too short to go, and feel like bad about yourself. And I know that because I lived that way for so many years. So if I could come and bring the joy and get you excited to try new things, maybe help you with clothes, I can do makeup lessons as well. Like, let's do it. Like I want you to feel good about who you are, and I want your outsides to match that.
I love that. So is that your favorite part about what you do, helping women really love who they are and matching their insides and outsides?
I love helping women build their confidence. Mm-hmm. So, I have a team and I coach them a lot, and pretty much every woman battles with self-confidence issues. Even those of us who, you think, oh, she's just so happy. And no, we all have our thing, and it's a daily battle to retrain your thoughts to, stop letting those limiting beliefs and the labels put on you, put you into like a negative mindset. So, my favorite thing is to watch women over time start to take little baby steps out of their comfort zone, and to also, to be able to say to someone, like, I don't hold back anymore, especially like no matter who I meet, like I can pretty much tell if they're really insecure, kind of insecure, and not really, like what their level of insecurities are. And I love to be like, you know what, girl, you look amazing in that. And I'm not just saying that. And like what I also do at my trunk shows is I talk about our engravable necklaces and the one that says, thank you, it's true. So I talk about it. Yes, we have engravable items, you know, they're real gold, sterling silver. You can wear them in the shower, in the pool, you know, they're great gifts. And this one here says, thank you, it's true. And I always talk about this at every trunk show because women are horrible at accepting compliments. And what I try to do is go out there and even if it's every 8 to 10 women at a time, I say, you know what? We always deflect compliments. I wear this to remind myself to accept the compliments. And I say, thank you, it's true. Because it is. Yeah. Jen, you look great today. Thank you. It's true.
Yeah.
You know, I put time into my outfit. I should be able to own that. And we as women, we don't. So I love going out there. And like, it is like, it's really cool because I feel like I add a lot more value. I don't just go and take orders at my trunk shows. Yeah. I talk to women about this kind of stuff all day long. And I talk to them about, you know, Polka Dot Powerhouse or groups that I've gotten involved in where it is like, such great energy and it's so positive. And it's like, why do you become the 5 people you hang out with the most. So if your friends are never complimenting you or never like happy, then that's a clear path as to why you maybe are, you know, sit and commiserate and dwell on the negative. We are what we become. So, or what we think is what we become. So, you know, I always say, you know, thank you, it's true. And I always joke around. I say, you know, because someone will try something on and then they're, you know, what do you think? And, you know, and I say, you look awesome in that, you know, like just get in there and own it, you know, and it's really fun. So my trunk shows are really like very positive. I really hope that the women leave not only like excited about what they bought, but just like, happy to hear like a different perspective. You do not see people talking about this on the news or, you know, maybe Oprah, but Oprah's gone. So, you know, Oprah was kind of a pioneer into the mindset, really getting that into the mainstream. And now I feel like our generation is so much more aware of our thoughts and how we want to, you know, project ourselves in society and with our family and friends. And, you know, beauty is a huge chunk of it. And when you feel really good on the inside, you know, this is actually last night I went to Thanksgiving and we're having a lot of plumbing issues at our house. And my husband, even right now, is like under the house in the freezing cold mud, sawing, soldering and redoing our pipes. It's just been an ongoing issue. And we were working on it yesterday and I was not in a good mood when we showed up at Thanksgiving. But, you know, overall, I love my life and I'm very happy. But yesterday was kind of you know, like where's the wine at Thanksgiving kind of day. And my aunt, who I have not seen in a couple years, was there. And she was like, you know, you look really beautiful today. And I was like, thank you. It's true. No, I didn't say that it's true, but I said thank you because you know what? Yeah, I feel like if I have a natural glow coming from my heart and from my inside, that's going to radiate out no matter what kind of crappy day I've had, you know? So it was really nice to hear that too. And I really accepted it and bathed in it for a moment and was like, yeah, I haven't washed my hair for a few days, but man, I look awesome.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Because what I really hear is that you're a confidence coach.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. And I love that necklace because it's really a representation of our worth on the outside. So thank you. It's true. Like knowing that we can receive that, right? And then being reminded of it every time we see that necklace.
It's like a little memento to keep it up, you know, because like I gifted it to a couple people that were in a leadership kind of women's circle with me that day that we were talking about it. And I feel that, you know, as hard as it is to train your thoughts, because it is exhausting. If you have something you can wear every day, it reminds you, that's right, I'm going to take it in stride, take it day to day. You know, every compliment counts. And no matter what you look like, what demographic, what income you have, you choose to be fabulous. It's there. I mean, you have the ability in this moment right now watching this to say, you know what? I am done thinking like this. I am done talking about how fat my butt is because you know what? What you think about is what you become. So if you keep thinking about your butt being fat, your butt's going to stay fat. I mean, it's that simple. So what I love to tell people is like, you have the choice right now in this moment to say, I'm going to stop. I'm going to love myself. I choose to be kind to myself first. Who cares what anyone thinks? And what's really frustrating is having, you know, girls that I'm close to on my team or whatever, and I see who they surround themselves with. And there are so many people, women especially, that are insecure and afraid, and then they try to bring you down when they see you trying to kind of change and grow. They come and they pull you right back down into that negative Nancy talk. And one of my friends in particular, I'm like, you just got to cut the cord. Don't worry. I know it's hard, but I'm here. And I know a lot of other girls that are here to support you. You just have to look for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, you know, the more competent we are as women, the more we're going to own our businesses, the more we're going to represent in the law, in everything. I mean, and you know, between you and me, like, we know we can multitask better than men and get shit done. Yeah. Sorry, I cursed, but like, it's the truth. That's what I've learned. I think we just need to own our abilities better and be confident about who we are. So people like you, Michelle, and Dawn, who are doing these great retreats, like, we need more of that. And we need people to go. We need women to invest in themselves, whether that's spending a couple grand on a confidence clinic, really, or a couple $100 buying some clothes that like help them feel better, makeup, whatever, taking the time to learn from a pro. You know, these little steps all here and there, they help. First, it's your inside, but then when you're ready, like, come to me. We're gonna make you match the inside. And, you know, I love teaching women about how to put makeup on properly, because I don't think anyone ever really taught us.
Yeah.
And I love accessorizing. Accessorizing really ties together an outfit. You know, when I see someone in a t-shirt and in pants and boots and they look really cute, and it's like, gosh, you're just missing like either a nice scarf to kind of wrap, you know, tie colors together. Maybe you need a pop of color near your skin because it's too pale. You didn't bronze it enough, whatever. These are the things I teach women about, because there isn't a book out there. There's no manual on if you do this, you do that. You know, everybody's unique and different. Everybody has their own skin tone, their own shit, you know. And so I feel like what I realized working at Nordstrom's is that I have that talent, and I'm just going to own it. And, you know, if you want an honest opinion, and it's only coming from love, because I want you to feel and look your best, let's talk. So.
Well, I think your personality plays a big role in your services too, and in your trunk shows, and part of that means that you embody the confidence that you're hoping to inspire people to have. And that's what I've always seen in you. And I love that part of you, that you really own it, and you show them how to own it by you owning it and saying, thank you, it's true. You know, because that's what women really need to see, that it's possible first. Because sometimes if we just hear it, oh yeah, you should be that, or why don't you do this? We think, yeah, that might be nice. But until we see that someone else is actually doing that and living it in that way, then we really don't try as hard. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because what happens is, okay, I'll be like, okay, well, why don't you try this look? Yeah, they he and haw, I don't know. So I say, okay, tell me about your life. I ask them some questions to figure out, like, what is their normal day-to-day life? And through their answers, I can see their confidence level. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I'll tell them, I will just blatantly be like, okay, so tell me, what is it that's really holding you back? Mm-hmm. Do you think that because you're just a stay-at-home mom, you don't have like the right to get dressed up every day because you should just be in your yoga pants? Mm-hmm. Well, there's no law out there that says that. I feel 10 times better. And this is what I say. You have to, it's called the feel, felt, found method. Mm-hmm. I know how you feel. I felt that way too. What I found is this, is that, you know, I know, because I have 2 small girls, you know, that if I just sit around in my yoga pants, my workout clothes, or my pajamas all day, I feel like I've got nothing done, mm-hmm. feel lazy, mm-hmm. and I feel fat. I hate to say it, but when I go put my clothes on, my pants fit, and, you know, do some hair and makeup, I'm like, man, I feel like I can conquer the world.
Yes.
So that's why there's a lot of that. I know that there's a lot of trendy brands in the world of yoga and wear and direct sales, but I feel like it encourages you. it's like a subliminal or thing that you're gonna, it just brings you down a notch.
Mm-hmm.
When you wear clothes that fit you right and you look great, whether you're just going to the store or you're going to a business meeting or you're just going on a date or meeting your friends for coffee, you're in a better mood. Mm-hmm. I just want people to start being aware of this, because when you put on your stretch pants, you're subconsciously thinking, I'm wearing my stretch pants because I'm pretty sure nothing else will fit. And you're putting yourself into this frame of mind that's, that's only going to take you down.
Or something about comfort. Like, I just want to be comfy, or I don't care how I look today, right?
And and I have those moments where I just don't care, but like, it's because I have so many other things going on. I don't care. But like, I do care 98% of the time, and it's not because I'm like, oh, like I'm so self-conscious that I don't want to be seen without my makeup on. Actually, I've turned a corner in that realm, and I really am more confident without makeup on than I've ever been. Sometimes I do Facebook Lives and stuff, or meet people with, for my team or whatever. I no makeup all the time to show them like, this is really me. I'm my authentic self. I'm not 100% put together like my mom used to be. But here's the funny thing is, my mom, I know she did that because that was the only thing she could really control in her life. Because my dad didn't let her work, and he wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom. And that I know as an adult now that I can see that like there are a few things she had her only control over, was how good she looked and what her weight was, and all the dieting and all that she pushed on me was really just her. And then I kind of took it and thought maybe this is my problem too, but it's not. But I realized working with coaches is that my priority is not losing weight. My priority is just being happy and healthy, able to play with my kids, fitting in my clothes is good. So yes, there are some things I need to watch, like wine. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I could talk about this
I know for
all day long.
What I'm hearing too is that the more we come into balance in our mindset and our self-worth, the more we care more about what we look like on the outside, and therefore we feel more successful, more confident, whatever. So it's like a positive cycle, would you say?
Yeah. In fact, what I was referencing, I want to see one of our beautiful necklaces here. I was referencing, there's this book, and I think it's probably backwards, but it's called The Little Black Book of Being Fabulous. And this is another polka dot powerhouse member out in Chicago. And I mean, her book, it's tiny. But I highlighted the entire preface and read it to my team, because you just have to choose this moment. From now on, I'm going to be her word is fabulous, and she's like, it's not like, oh, I had like homework to do. It's just like, I am fabulous when you use I am statements. And what reminded me of that is you were talking about, what did you just ask? Sorry. I had a train of thought, but I do have 2 kids. Sorry.
A positive cycle of that mindset alignment when we feel.
Oh, right. So Doris Birch, who wrote this book, you will never see her looking, I guess frumpy is the word. She glides into a room. I remember the dress she wore at the awards ceremony. She's fabulous. And there is nothing extra special about her. Yeah. Except she chooses to be awesome. And it emanates from her. It just comes out. And, so she's written little books, and she writes, she collects stories from women she meets that, kind of have these mindset shifts and changes in their life. And, and to show you that you can do that too.
Yeah, and it's not about specific style or wearing fancy clothing. It's really just having that quality, that you value yourself so much that you care more about looking your best, whatever that means. That's what I'm hearing that you're talking about, right?
Yeah, and and I can think of people that we both know who don't maybe come to our lunches not like dressed up in any way, but like you can tell they are a very confident person because it comes out in their smile and the way they sit and their mannerisms, But those are the people I really want to get my hands on. to really style them up, you know, because they've got all this potential.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, it just, when you respect yourself and you love yourself, you're going to put more effort into your beauty routine. You're going to invest in yourself. That's a word that I had a hard time for a long time. I mean, buying clothes is one thing, but investing in yourself in all areas, you know, life improvement, you know, your clothing, your makeup, you know, whatever beauty rituals you have, but also just like investing in working with a good coach or an organizer who's going to come and just, you know, kind of help start you off and clear the energy out and, you know, get you going. So you kind of have to do that. And my upline at Stella Dot, not my direct upline, but my upline director, like I remember inviting her to a leadership retreat and she said no. And I showed the person who was running it her email. She said that, she's like, I understand everybody has a busy schedule, but you know, the way that she worded it was so that it looked like she didn't believe in investing in herself. Mm-hmm. And that's why this person I don't find is an authentic she's not authentic. I don't think she sees it. I don't think she knows it, but everyone around her knows she's not an authentic person. And she doesn't invest in herself. She doesn't want critique and support and help. I mean, you have to, when you're ready, also be open to hearing the negative, but I actually kind of encourage it because I want to be the best that I can possibly be. And we're not perfect. You know, nobody's perfect, and that's okay. Just remember, it's okay to not be perfect.
It's part of the beauty.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, do you have any tips on someone who doesn't care as much maybe about their beauty routine or the beauty, anything about beauty, to just increase that a little bit? And it might be something we already talked about, but what's that one thing for you?
You know, when you get to know people, there are certain people that you can sit them down and show them how to draw on eyebrows and, you know, give them a little color, contouring, you know, here's how you do this kind of a curl, you know. There are things you can do to teach them, but if they're not in a place where they're ready to accept this lesson or whatever it may be, they're not going to do it. So the first thing is I have to find someone who's really like excited. So if we're excited, then I just have to like kind of scan them and be like, okay, so what's the most important thing to you? Your clothes or like learning more about makeup, you know? So it just depends. I don't think I could be specific. I mean.
So the excitement, the interest. So so getting a little bit more interested in knowing that it does have an effect on us.
Yeah.
Beauty, all this stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. But it's funny because I know people even in my closest friends, you know, I don't know if they'll watch this, but just gotta be careful. Like one is like, loves to shop. She knows how to dress herself. She knows how to look good, but she kind of doesn't want to work on the inside as much, where that's where I see is I know what her goals are right now in her personal life. And I have to step out of my comfort zone to say to her, like, maybe you should talk to a coach, a dating coach, to see what's holding you back, you know, because we all have our blocks. Because you can't just go, and I learned this when I dated before I got married, you can't just make your outside perfect without working on the inside. Even though the guys don't see that like right away, they get the vibe, you know. If you don't, you know, the old saying, if you don't love yourself first, no one else will. And it's really true. I hate to say it. So, I mean, you know, I've got people like that. And then I've got someone who's, you know,
well, that feels
won't
like
do either of it. Won't work on herself or put any time into, you know, dressing more than black yoga pants and big baggy shirts, you know.
It sounds like the biggest thing that you're talking about is loving yourself first.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing before we can work on that outside.
Because I don't care if you have perfect eyebrows, perfect color match, you know, you look amazing. Because I saw this when I worked in Nordstrom, especially with the women from Atherton, Menlo Park, where they all have a lot of money. I saw women looking amazing walking in, but I could see so clearly that they were not a happy person. And that they try to disguise it with the outside. So once you've worked on your inside and you're excited of the path and you see like some clarity and you're ready to kind of come out of your shell, girl, let's get in your closet. First you talk to Michelle, she'll weed it out. And I can come in there and be like, you know, for your body type, you know, these are the brands that'll probably fit you the best. You need stuff that does this to create a waist, or like, you know, maybe you do have a waist, you should highlight your hips and shoulders to bring out the hourglass. Like I like to style people in what looks best on them, not what's popular in the magazines. I can't even tell you the last time I looked in a Vogue, because that's just not real life. It's not real life. The book, you know what I just bought at the checkout? Psychology Today. Because what's going on up here is so much more important than what's...
I love that. So a beauty stylist getting Psychology Today. Yeah. Right on.
But that's what I realized working at Nordstrom's and doing closet cleanouts is it goes back to like, what's holding you back up here?
Yeah.
Because we all self-sabotage, unfortunately. And I know I do it too. I'm not perfect. But so once you're ready, you know, definitely, I mean, I would do makeup consultations for brides and they'd never shaped or waxed their eyebrows. And I was like, gosh, you have a gorgeous face, but with these scary eyebrows, I can't see past them. Like you gotta, you know, you gotta fill them in a little bit, and eyeliner should always come down to your lash line. You know, so, you know, and also here's a very easy tip. Make sure you're hydrating. Makeup will only do so much. You need to drink a lot of water, especially if you like wine, but you have to hydrate externally with a good, you know, coverage, moisturizer, or, you know, and then you have to drink a lot of water. So my beauty tip, never go anywhere without water.
Nice. What's your number one beauty ritual that you cannot live without?
So along the lines, there's two huge important things. Like this, like I get excited about this. This is so dorky, but I get excited about exfoliating. Like I have this product that I use. It's called Exfoliate by Kate Somerville, and you put it on in the shower and you can feel it burning, and it's like, oh, it's taking off all that dead skin. Because your skin, your wrinkles, everything looks deeper. It looks dull if you have all this dry skin. So I do it 1 to 2 times a week. Mm-hmm. And then in combination with good hydration internally and externally, you know, like sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just, you know, no makeup, and I'm like, you know what, my skin looks really good. And I know it goes back to doing those two things, and you would be surprised how many people do not exfoliate. And I'm not talking about buying the apricot scrub for $4.99 over at Rite Aid. That stuff is actually really bad for your skin. It's like a papaya pineapple enzyme exfoliant. So it's, you know, a little bit stronger than just, it's not a manual. I don't even scrub my face. You just put it on and it kind of like the acids from the fruit kind of just eat your skin away. So, and then you get out of the shower and it's like, and then you got to hydrate, put your serum on, hydrate, coverage, right?
Got it.
So yeah, that's, and then you know what, I would say this is definitely a ritual. I start to get stressed if my closet and drawers are full of stuff and I don't know what's in there, because I love to shop. So I actually purge once a month. I go through all my clothes. So I remember, okay, I have this, and oh yeah, these shoes are going to look great with that dress for this event. You know, then when you kind of have an inventory in your head of what you have, like it brings me this peace in everything else. Like my mother-in-law she's a clutter person, and I can't be in that house. It gives me anxiety. So, you know, if I get any part of anything that gets too messy, it starts to stress me out. So that's, you know, another ritual is like the cleaning out of the wardrobe and my jewelry stuff. You know, I have a lot of samples that are discontinued or on sale now. So like, you know, I have to do sample sales. So when I get it done, it's like a great kind of purge. And so see what we do goes so well together.
I know, you know, I love that. I love that. But not only it's purging, which is excellent because you got to keep the balance, but you're also taking an inventory, like you said, and that's so important because then you're getting re-inspired. Mm-hmm. And then you go out shopping and you're like, oh my gosh, I just found that top. This will go with. And then you have like your perfect Christmas outfit all of a sudden. Like that's how the magic happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of Black Friday sales right now, and I look at them because I think that's probably why I get ideas and inspiration from shopping online, shopping in general, just seeing how mannequins are put together. And while there are a lot of big sales going on right now, nothing's really spoke to me because I'm like, well, I already have that.
Yeah.
I already have this.
Yeah, I love it. So then it prevents you from making any buying mistakes.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then I know what jewelry's going to pair with it. You know, it's funny because when you rep for the jewelry line accessories, we get our jewelry in and then we go buy clothes. Yeah. So instead of the other way around.
That's funny. Well, okay, so let's wrap up. Let everyone know if they want to start working with you or if they're curious on how you work, want to know a little bit more, where can they go to find that information?
Well, my Stella and Dot website is Stella Dot. There's no and in the middle. It's just www.stelladot.com/Viking Mom.
Okay.
So VIKINGMOM. So everything's Viking Mom because my husband's Swedish and I'm Danish and Norwegian. So I just thought, but I might as well brand myself. So my email is vikingmom650. I live in the 650 area code @gmail.com. So
perfect.
Yeah. Find me on Facebook. Yeah. I'm there. Find Michelle and you'll find me.
We'll include some links under this video as well that you'd like to include, but just to give everyone a sense of how they can reach you. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Look forward to it,
Well, thanks so much, Jennifer. I really appreciate you being here and sharing all of this wisdom and knowledge and your personality. I just love you, girl.
I love you too. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, honey. Bye.
Bye.